guys, welcome to this week's episode of Drake Eats. Today we're making
apple pie.
We are Jonathan and Holly Drake, and we love food, gathering around the table and sharing a good meal.
When we went gluten-free, we had to reinvent our favorite family recipes. We're here to show you gluten-free cooking can be simple and delicious.
Welcome to Drake Eats.
All right, so we are here to show you the easiest, best tasting gluten-free apple pie on the planet.
Now, it's not a fancy apple pie. It's not the pretty, all the little cutouts.
Nah.
This is called I know you've heard of a dump cake. This is called a dump apple pie because you just dump it all in the pie crust and cook it. But what it lacks on looks, it makes up for in taste.
That's right. So we are gonna have in this pie 2 Golden Delicious apples and 1 Fuji apple. So I'm going to start by using my fancy little corer. If you've never used one of these, it's very simple. You put it right in the middle, get your stem.
You need some strength. That's why I always have him do it.
Making apple juice over here.
This is
You
not
push
your
it-
day.
It's been a day. And you push it all the way through and it just kind of pulls your center core out. Now we do like to cut this a little bit more beyond this. These slices are a little bit thick.
They're not gonna get as done. It depends on how you like your apples. I like my apples nice and done in my pie, so cut them again, and we're gonna peel these as well.
Yes.
Because again, if you leave the peel on, they don't cook as fast. All right, so while he's working on the apples, I'm gonna get started on the pie filling. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is a Paula Deen recipe that we kind of tweaked and made gluten-free and kind of did a little thing. But you know it's Paula Deen because it's got a whole stick of butter, y'all. Right in the pan. Whole stick of butter.
And that's down from her usual 2 to 3 sticks of butter.
Right? All right, so you're just gonna get this butter to melt. So while that's melting, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up the cinnamon sugar that's gonna kind of go inside the pie. So you're gonna need a 1/2 cup of sugar, and then you're gonna do 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. You're gonna mix that into the sugar. And this is not cinnamon sugar. This is straight sugar, straight cinnamon. If you do actual cinnamon sugar with this, it's gonna be super sweet. And you may like it like that, but it's gonna make your lips pucker. You're gonna get a spoon. All right, so you're just gonna mix and blend that cinnamon and sugar together. Cinnamon, I think cinnamon is one of my favorite scents for fall. Like, I love
Who doesn't love cinnamon?
I mean, okay. So you're gonna set that aside. That's gonna go in your topping. My butter is melting down. So we're just gonna keep working on that.
Apple number 2.
Making apple juice over here.
Gets me again.
Baby, we're supposed to be making apple pie, not apple
We
juice.
are making apple pie, but we're going to have some juice to go along with it.
Okay.
All right, apple number 3.
All right. Whoa. Hey, at least it wasn't a lemon.
Wow. Well,
You're the apple of my eye.
apple in my eye.
Yeah.
That was good.
That's good.
I like that.
Okay, so we've got our apples sliced. We're ready to go. So I buy, again, not a huge baker. This is supposed to be a simple
I'm sorry.
apple pie recipe. So I buy a pre-made gluten-free frozen pie crust. You're gonna want to put it on a cookie sheet because this tends to boil over. We both did. We did it. It's good.
Synchronized, boiling over.
What I want you to do me a layer of apples here. Just a single layer. I mean, you can dump them in there. Like, they don't have to be pretty. But you want to, like,
Oh, okay.
just give me, like, a layer. So that I can...
Completely covering the bottom?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty close.
Okay, so you're going to take your cinnamon sugar mixture, and you're just going to sprinkle it over, get it all good and coated. Okay, more apples, sir?
More apples.
Smells so good. More cinnamon sugar. Again, this is a Paula Deen recipe, so you're going to gain 5 pounds just looking at it. All right.
But it's worth it.
Oh, it's so worth it. And we only make this at Thanksgiving because it's so rich and so heavy, but it's so good. More cinnamon sugar. And you're gonna reserve a little bit of your cinnamon sugar for the top. Just make sure every little apple's got some cinnamon sugar. There you go. All right, so I have melted down that stick of butter. So to this stick of butter, we're gonna add another half cup of sugar.
Oh gosh.
Again, it's a Paula Deen recipe. You wanna stir that for me?
It's starting to sound like a Paula Deen recipe now.
To this mixture, you're going to add 3/4 cup of gluten-free flour. I like the Pillsbury brand. It's the all-purpose gluten-free flour. Stir it in. And you gotta work fast with this. So get that stirred in. It's gonna be very thick. It's gonna start to get like a doughy type consistency. That's what you want. And then you're just gonna spoon that on top. There you go.
We're getting there.
Let's get it all nice and mixed together. And then you're literally just gonna kind of dump it on top. There's really no pretty way to do this. So just get it on top. And then you can spread it out. And it'll spread as it cooks as well. Like I said, a lot of the pie tends to overflow in the oven. So just take your spatula and kind of spread it out. It's not pretty, but it tastes so good.
But it doesn't need to be.
You don't need pretty food when it tastes good, y'all.
Yep.
All right, and then just more cinnamon sugar, just to give it a pretty, that's gonna brown up in the oven. We made this for our life group one time, and they requested it like every time we met. They were like, can you make this apple, can you make that apple pie again? They didn't care what it looked like, and there was never any left, right?
It is the best
So
apple
good.
pie.
Okay, so this is gonna go into a 350-degree oven for 40 minutes.
Well, we have just taken the apple pie to the oven, and we are joined by our little mini-me.
Man.
And his name's Cannon. You've probably seen him on the intro before. And he is here to help us try some apple pie. You ready to try some apple pie?
Yes.
He never passes up dessert. Y'all, here's the apple
Oh
pie.
my gosh, that looks big.
Does that not look amazing?
It looks really good.
Do you want the first bite?
Yes.
All right, here we go. You tell us, moment of truth.
Yes.
What do you think?
Oh. Oh!
I think he likes it, y'all.
He's
we
a
gotta
bit of
have
a
ice
show.
cream.
Our
This
favorite
right
ice
here.
cream in the whole world. If you are local to the West Georgia area, and even if you're not, they are soon to be worldwide. I'm believing it very soon. Buttered Udder ice cream in the West Georgia area. This is their salted caramel, one of their best flavors. We're gonna take a scoop of this, put it on our ice cream.
Everything is made in-house by them, their own flavor creations.
Unbelievable.
Such high
Best
quality.
ice cream I've ever had.
Amazing.
If you've never tried Buttered Udder, check them out. ButteredUdder.com. They have multiple locations already, but one
Put it
day,
over
very
here.
soon, in grocery stores.
Here we go. Who doesn't love apple pie and ice cream? Guys, from our family to yours, we want to wish you the happiest of Thanksgivings. We hope that your table is surrounded by loved ones and filled with delicious food.
As always, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, and we hope you guys have a very, very wonderful holiday season. We'll see you next week.
Yummy.